a nightmarish ordeal that Thomas has been through. He was sent to 3 different ICE facilities and spent 100 days behind bars with little understanding of why he was being held or when he would ever get out. Nobody is safe from the system if they get pulled into it, Thomas said in a recent interview back home in Ireland. He's being referred to by a nickname out of fear of further consequences for him and his girlfriend, who is an American. He eventually, again, after 100 days in an ICE detention facility, and we know from court documents that ICE centers have horrific records of human rights violations, lack of access to medical care, insufficient nutrition, food that is moldy, cockroaches. I mean, I could go on about ICE detention centers. He was eventually sent back to Ireland, and he has been banned from entering the US for a decade. The Guardian says that tourists and visitors with valid visas are being detained by ICE, including tourists from Australia, Germany, Canada, and the UK. In April, an Irish woman who is a US green card holder was detained by ICE for 17 days. Thomas said he knew he was overstaying his visa by 3 days. He thought he did everything appropriate. He notified the immigration officials online to let them know he was sick and couldn't fly home. So long story short, he becomes unwell when they're visiting family in Savannah, Georgia. He ends up getting picked up by the police, transferred to ICE, and he thought he was going to get deported back to Ireland. But instead, they put him in a for-profit detention facility run by Geo Group, the same folks who run detention facilities all over the United States, concentration camps all over the United States, and also in South Africa. And they kept him for 100 days. Please understand that Core Civic and Geo Group, these for-profit businesses, they are publicly traded, by the way. I don't know whether there's any ability to leverage them through the stock market. I haven't really investigated that. Maybe somebody else could, who's not me, because they get almost all of their money from our tax dollars. They are government contractors. The longer they keep people in detention, the more they can bill the federal government. It's a grift. It's a goddamn fucking grift. These guys are doing a capitalism while depriving people of their liberty. So there's no legitimate reason to have kept Thomas for over 100 days. The reason was he became a cash cow. Thomas describes pretty horrific conditions, only being allowed outside for 1 hour a day, several instances of being shackled at the wrist, waist, and legs, transported to various facilities. Sometimes he was kept in a holding cell with 50 other detainees. There was an instance of a fight breaking out, and so everybody was put in isolation where he was not allowed to contact his attorney or his family members, even though he wasn't the one fighting.